Today is Sunday, March 3rd, 2024, and this is your farm garden update. Yesterday was a very busy day. We came out and cleaned out the garden, pulled all of the vines, we pulled all of the cattle panels in preparation for kind of reorganizing the garden in the layout that we plan on using for this upcoming growing season. It's a family affair. We started out here and then everybody trickled out. Many hands made for light work, which was greatly appreciated. We were not able to pull the T-posts because there is still frost in the ground and most of those are frozen into the ground yet. So pulling the posts and rolling up the tarps is going to be something that we'll do as soon as we're able to, as soon as the frost goes out and we can get those T-posts out of the ground. So as discussed in the last video, we're pretty much flip-flopping the garden. At this end over here we'll have tomatoes, and then that will move into beans and potatoes, and as we move across the garden, the very far side there we'll have our vines like pumpkin, squash, etc. So it should be interesting to see how that all plays out. And today it is unseasonably warm, I guess you could say, based on winters past. The fact that we were able to get out here on the 2nd of March and clean out the garden was pretty wild. Usually there's snow on the ground. Usually it's, freezing or close to it. So yeah, we're getting a jump on it. These herbs are thyme, and there should be a perennial in this zone. The USDA redid their growing zone maps, so we went from, I believe it was 3B to 4A here. At the farm, we went from 4B to 5A down in the cities. So hopefully these things will come back this year. Zone 4 is the lowest zone that they're known to be a perennial. We do have plans to do a lot more herbs this year, and I kind of like to create a little herb bed that's going to be its permanent location. Where that might be is to be determined. So I've got my back to the wind. Hopefully you can hear. Got gusts up to 20 miles an hour today. Pretty steady winds out of the southeast at 10, 11 miles an hour. Then those bigger gusts, and that makes it feel like it's about 32. High today, forecasted high, is 55 degrees, which again is pretty weird. I think they're expecting close to 70 down in the cities. And another thing we did yesterday, there was a large dead standing pine here. Uncle Ralph came over and pushed it over with the bobcat. Troy trimmed it up, and we got that thing out of here. We trimmed up these trees too, so that you can get under there with the push mower and knock down the grass as it grows. So that was a nice project to have taken care of. The tree had been standing dead for a while and was leaning. It was pretty much only being held up by this tree next to it. So I'm glad we got that out of there so that it fell on our terms instead of Mother Nature's, because you never know where it's going to go. Anyway, that is the farm garden tour. I've got a little video from when we knocked the tree over yesterday, and I've got some plants started already at home in the city. Plan on tacking those on here to this video before I upload, so we'll show you all that fun and excitement. All right, until next time, take care. Here's your farm garden tour part 2. This is the seedlings we have started in our house. Last year we had just a folding table that was in that front window. This is a Southern Exposure. Last year it started our seedlings very well without having any additional grow lights or anything. Based on our experience last year, there were certain plants that we decided we wanted to start early. Last year, we started some seeds on March 30th, and then the bulk of the rest of our seeds on around April 9th. The peppers were very small when we put them in the garden, so we decided we were going to start those earlier. We bought this shelving unit from Sam's Club, and I think it's going to work out really nice because we can go vertical. And there's the cat talking to us. We can go vertical, and we also purchased a heat mat. These heat mats are like 20 bucks a piece. And Troy had a brilliant idea. We had an old waterbed heater, and I can't remember why we decided to keep it, but we did. And really what the heat mats do is they warm the underside of the starter trays in the soil to keep them at about 70-ish, maybe 80 degrees. And that helps with germination. So this one tray heat mat that's under here cost roughly 20 bucks. And this waterbed heater that we can control the temperature of takes care of 3 whole trays. So score for Troy. It works out great. So here's what we've got so far. Between the sunshine that we've had and the heat mats, we are at 6 days since planting these, and they are already up this tall. What you're seeing here is stonehead cabbage, Brussels sprouts. This is eggplant. I don't see anything coming up there. We have lemongrass, and then we have onions and celery toward the back. Those guys way back here are megaton cabbage. We planted some cabbage early because we're going to do some succession sowing with those so that all of our cabbage doesn't come on at once. Blacktail watermelons here are starting to pop. And over here we have some of the onions that are starting to come up. And we have one more tray down here. These are our peppers. And I believe this whole tray is peppers of one variety or another. So far, only the early summer pepper is coming up, but they're doing well, and we will keep you posted on how things are going here in our little makeshift Southern Exposure greenhouse. Until next time, take care.